Hi there, everyone. This recording will give you an overview of step one of the group work assignment, which is the rich picture activity. So the central objective of this group assignment is that you become a bit more familiar with your group, but in particular that you become more acquainted with the case that you'll be working on throughout the course. Once you finalize the assignment, you'll have produced three outputs. The first is the rich picture. The second is a top three priority list of the key issues and challenges affecting your case. And the third is a very crisp and clear definition of the case that you'll be looking at. So you might be wondering, a rich picture, what is that and how do we make one? So perhaps you might have heard of the expression, a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. And indeed, some pictures are able to draw our imagination and to create in our minds a full story behind one particular image. And that's exactly what we'll be trying to do as a group. We want you to create an image that tells the story of the food loss and waste case that you'll be looking at, and where we can see all the details and complexity of that story in one particular overview. So a rich picture, in essence, is a drawing of a situation that illustrates the key elements and relationships that need to be considered. And a rich picture is more than just text and words. As it says in itself, it contains pictures, text, symbols, photos, icons, and other creative elements that can graphically illustrate the situation that you're looking at. To make the rich picture as a group and doing it online, we'll be using a particular tool that is called Jamboard and that facilitates working together on these type of things online. Now we'll place links for the Jamboards that you'll be working on in each particular group in Talent LMS, but perhaps for now it suffices to say that you can find wonderful Jamboard tutorials online on YouTube. The one that I've linked here is a particularly nice one, and I suggest very seriously that you have a look at that before our next session so that you're prepared and know how to work with this tool. Again, Jamboard allows you to be creative, so make use of its full potential by adding these pictures, drawings, emojis, arrows, and others, and making your rich picture very lively. So you know you'll be using Jamboard, but how exactly do we go about as a group, you might be asking yourself. So the idea is that you get together as a group and that the case owner, that individual that knows the most about your case and has all the detailed information, starts telling you the story about this case. What are the central elements? What is happening? Why are things happening? What is the cause? What is the effect? Yeah, as a group and as the group members ask questions in order to get more details and more better insights into the case. As you're talking and as you're having this conversation, you can use Jamboard to start adding some of these key features that are being mentioned. So if you go to the Jamboard, at the center of your Jamboard, at the core, the medular part of your Jamboard, you want to place the key issue that you're looking at for your case, the key issue that is related to food loss and waste in your case. And around these key issues, you'll be building other elements, looking at, for instance, the actors that are involved in this case, the factors that are influencing your case. You'll also be adding other type of elements. So what are the causes of food loss and waste? What is the impact of food loss and waste? And all of these different elements that tell the larger part of the complex story around food loss and waste in your particular case. So these are just a couple of examples of rich pictures that you can see here that have been made in the past by other course participants. And although in effect these rich pictures have been made by hand with drawings, you'll be making similar rich pictures using Jamboard. And what I want to show you with these particular illustrations is these let's say, salient features of how a rich picture is built up. So in the center, in each of these three rich pictures, you see the central issue that these cases will be looking at. And then around that central key issue, different other types of information and variables are built up. Actors that are involved, the factors that are influencing the case, the relationships are drawn with arrows, and different pieces of information. You see, there's also written text, but it's also a lot of illustrations, pictures, and drawings that are making the rich picture. So by means of summarizing, what would you exactly be doing to make your rich picture? So in the middle of your Jamboard, at the center, you start off with your case and the central issue, the central problem that you're looking at. Then around that, you start adding the factors that are influencing your case, the actors that are involved in your case. Additionally, you start looking into other elements, context, causes, effect, and any other type of relevant socio-economic, political, environmental features or issues that are relevant to your case. Once you've started to draw all these building blocks, make sure you start linking these blocks with arrows that are highlighting the relations. How are these different factors and actors linked together, and how are they related to the food loss and waste problem? As you've seen in the illustrations and some examples, make sure that in text you can highlight very, very few but very relevant facts and subjective information that makes your case better to understand for an audience. Make sure as you're finalizing this assignment that you have these three key outputs. The rich picture in itself, a clear one-sentence definition of your case, which highlights the location, the product, commodity that you're looking at, the particular value chain, and last but not least, that you have been able to identify three key issues or three key challenges that affect your case. Lastly, this is an example of a rich picture that has been made using Jamboard. Again, the salient features that you can find are in the center is the core object that you're looking at, in this case, French beans and losses in French beans. Different elements of the case, factors and actors, salient features that are affecting food loss and waste, and then the most important three key elements that are affecting losses in your case have been highlighted in this particular illustration with yellow sticky notes, whereby there have even been some indication about, so what are we thinking of? What are the volumes? What are these details of the key elements that are affecting your case? That was the overview of step 1 of the group assignments to making a rich picture. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them online or to shoot us an email. We wish you the very best of luck with this first group work activity, and most importantly, have fun while you're doing it. Best of luck.